Hi, I'm Caleb, and what I'm doing today is making some homemade granola bars, something you can make easily at home, store for a couple weeks, and take every day to class or to work. A cheaper, version of the commercial granola bars out there. Going to taste a little better, got a better texture, and you can completely control the ingredients you put in it. And it's going to last you and end up being pretty cheap per volume. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing I'm going to do is, you need a 9x9 cake pan, preferably glass, preferably not a circle. Don't exactly have one of those, but go ahead and grease up your 9x9. This is going to have to do for now. Also, turn on your oven to 350. That's 350 on your oven. And then a little smaller pan here, go ahead and mix your oats, your chopped almonds here. We've got full sunflower seeds here. You can use the kernels, but I prefer doing the entire, the full sunflower seed. And you can also use some wheat germ, but because I don't have any, I'm going to use some flax seed. So we're going to put them all out on this pan here and get them all mixed out. We're going to put them in the oven for about 15 minutes to get them a little toasty, because a little flavorless right now, but once we toast them up, they're going to be pretty good. So let's mix the biggest part of it first. Put your almonds in. Mix in the sunflower seeds. Of course, you can mix any kind of nut in there. If you want to have some walnuts in there, feel free to do that. The almonds work well, finely cut like that. So if you want to work with something also finely cut, it'll give you a good texture. And just go ahead and take your recently washed hands and mix it all up a good bit. We're putting these in here, like I said, 350 degrees. Put them in there 15 minutes total. Every 5 or so minutes, give them a little mix up. Make sure the ones on the bottom go back to the top. And in 15 minutes, we're taking them back out of there. In the meantime, let's stir up the rest of the stuff. Okay, so now in a medium saucepan, you're going to mix the rest of the ingredients. Let's go ahead and drop the brown sugar right in there. Clump of it. Get that around. We've got some honey. We're going to mix that right in there. Going to throw our butter in there. Going to hit it with some kosher salt. And then our last ingredient for this, just a little vanilla extract. Mix that around a little bit. And then once your sugar is completely dissolved and is bubbling up a little bit, that's when we're going to be good. Okay, so we've got nice bubbles going on here. Everything's completely dissolved in there, and you want it to bubble up a little bit like this and get with a nice workable substance here that we're going to mix right into that oats. And the oats should be about done now, so let's take them out, mix all this together, get our berries in there, and get this thing going. Okay, 15 minutes has passed, so let's go ahead. Every 5 minutes I stir it a little bit. So we've got some good color going on, even a little darker in the back, but that's alright. I'm going to turn this down to 300. We're going to need to put this back in once everything's mixed back together. I like to take this and put it as gracefully as I can into one bowl to mess with. Okay, so we've got all our toasted oats and everything in here. We're going to go ahead and bring our liquid mixture right into this. Now, like I said, I moved everything into one big bowl so it's easier to deal with. And I can stir it a lot better this way. Try to get everything. Probably the best thing to use would be the wooden spoon. Because at this point, even though mixing it with your hands would work pretty nicely, it'd be real hot. You can really smell all the brown sugar and honey. It smells fantastic. Get that in there. Now that's pretty much starting to take all of your dried berries, whatever you decided to pick, and dump that all right in there and keep mixing. It's going to make it very colorful. So you've got a pretty even spread there. Go ahead, take your 9x9 pan, start putting everything into that. Okay, still pretty hot, so push it down with the back of your wooden spoon, about as evenly and as flat as you can get it. And it's looking pretty loose right now. It's coming apart pretty easily. What we're going to do is throw it in the oven here for 25 minutes, and it's all going to bake together as one. We'll get it more like a cake or like a patty, kind of like, so you can cut it up into those chewy sticks that you'd buy commercially, except you've seen every ingredient that went into here, you controlled it all together. It's going to be a lot cheaper, taste a lot better. So let's go ahead and move this into the oven on 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 minutes. Okay, so it's been 25 minutes. We're going to go ahead and take it out. If I can tilt it your way, it's got a real nice golden color in there. Like I said, all those sugars and everything came together. Gonna make this real nice piece here. Let me it might have to set for a little bit here. Okay, we took our bars out of the oven, put it into the refrigerator because it is a little sticky when I took it out. So I went ahead and just popped it in the fridge for about half an hour. It's nice and cool now. I'm going to flip it over on here so we can cut it. I'm going to do that bad here. So now I need to decide in which way I'm going to cut this up. It would be easier in a more square shape, but for this, let's go ahead and just kind of cut right down the middle with your biggest knife. And they might not fall apart that gracefully, but that worked out. You've got chunks like this. This recipe came from the Food Network, I believe it was from Alton Brown, and he cut them into like the 2-inch strips, little 2x2 guys. I thought they were kind of small. I'd want a longer, more commercial style bar for taking the class and things. So cut them however you wish. I think I'm going to make mine a little bit longer. Maybe you'll get less of them than the recipe called for originally. Huh? Altogether, a lot of flavors in there. Mixing that variety of nuts with the berries. It's a little chewier than one would expect. I think it's the sunflower seeds. If you want to switch those seeds just to the sunflower kernels, you're going to get less of a flavor. It is going to be easier to chew though. Altogether though, pretty decent bar. It's going to be a pretty decent price altogether once you get to the bars. Real easy to just grab and go. You can take it with your breakfast smoothie in the morning. So, pretty good product to put together.